Guys, so meron ng iPhone 16 series. Pero before we take a look at the iPhone 16 series or bago ako mag-switch to the iPhone 16 series, I want to tell you all about my experience dito sa iPhone 15 Pro, which I have been using as my daily driver since this came out last year. And for those of you who don't know, ito nabili ko sa Rafi's Gadgets sa Green Hills. You can check them out. Ililink ko po yung shop or store nila dyan sa description box. But you can also get this from Digital Walker and Beyond the Box. Ay mas magiging mura na to ngayon dahil re-release na yung iPhone 16 series officially dito sa Philippines. Sa October 18, abangan niyo po yan sa Beyond the Box and Digital Walker. Pupunta tayo sa launch event nila and titingnan natin kung ano yung makikita natin doon. Pero guys, hindi po ito yung nakasanayan natin na video dito sa Pinoy Techdad kung saan magda-dive tayo in-depth sa full review ng isang device. No, this is just gonna be me sharing my actual user experience based sa personal usage ko talaga, guys. Usually kasi pag nagre-review ako, kino-consider ko yung use case ng iba't ibang target market ng device. But for this one, again, personal usage ko lang po yung ibabahagi ko sa inyo and kung ano yung mga nagustuhan ko at mga hindi ko naman gaanong nagustuhan dito sa iPhone 15 Pro and whether you should get one in 2024 or even in 2025. So tara, tingnan natin to. So simulan muna natin, no? Bakit nga ba iPhone pa din ang ginagamit ko even though I have other flagship phones from Android? Meron akong Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Xiaomi 14 Ultra, Vivo X100 Ultra, Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, and marami pa pong ibang flagship phones na nasubukan ko at nandito pa rin naman sa akin this 2024. Well, the answer is super easy dahil content creator ako. I want a compact device na pwedeng mag-shoot ng magandang video quality na pwede kong i-upload right away both on the selfie camera and lalo na sa rear camera 4K 60 FPS na super smooth. And this is the one that gives me the best quality na available right now sa phone market. Now, don't get me wrong, yung mga flagship phones na binanggit ko, maganda rin po yung video quality nila. It's just that they're not quite up there yet compared dito sa iPhone. And I'm afraid lalo lang po na-heighten yung difference pagdating sa video quality now na meron na tayong ProRes dito sa iPhone 15 Pro. That means I can color grade my videos at the highest video quality. Ayun nga lang, sobrang lala ng ProRes na file size kung 4K 60 FPS. So another reason why I stuck it out with the iOS, well, that's because while it's very hard for me to admit, medyo na-trap na ako sa ecosystem nila. But not in a bad way kasi I can always make an exit for it kasi meron pa rin naman akong Windows system, meron pa rin akong mga Android devices, meron pa rin akong Windows laptop, and meron pa rin akong Android na tablet. But what I want to let you know, guys, is that when you dive into the Apple ecosystem, that means may iOS ka, may iPhone ka, and then sabihin natin, nag-tablet ka na rin, nag-iPad ka, and dadagdagan mo pa ng MacBook, whether it's a MacBook Pro, a MacBook Air, napakadali lang para kay Apple na talagang i-trap ka sa ecosystem niya. Kasi they're gonna make everything super seamless. Yung iCloud, it syncs sa lahat ng accounts mo. On your tablet, on your laptop, and then meron pa tayong AirDrop. Kung magta-transfer ka ng files from one device to another, it's super easy and convenient. Alam na alam ni Apple kung paano kayo i-trap sa ecosystem nila. And if you're not careful, you're gonna be buying all of their products kahit na hindi mo kailangan. Just because you're having a great time sa ecosystem nila. Napaka-seamless, napakadaling gamitin. Again, just from my experience, I've been a long-time Android user and a Windows laptop user, but I quickly ditched my Windows laptop and my Android device for the combination nitong iOS, nitong iPhone, and a MacBook Pro. But that's a whole nother story, guys, for a separate video. Kung gusto nyo malaman kung bakit ako nag-switch over to a MacBook over my Windows gaming laptop, let me know in the comments. Pero yun nga, pag nasanay ka sa ecosystem ng Apple, medyo mahirap nang umalis or bumalik sa dati na nakasanayan mo. But I'm happy to see na Windows and Android are trying their best para magkaroon sila ng seamless integration between their devices. So who knows, maybe in the future, kayang-kaya ng tapatan ng Windows and Android yung Apple pagdating sa seamlessness ng paglipat ng mga files from one device to another. But for now, I'm still sticking with the Apple ecosystem pagdating sa pag-transfer ng files, pagdating sa seamlessness ng overall ecosystem ng feel niya. Dito pa rin talaga ako. Now, pag-usapan naman natin itong action button na dinagdag nila sa iPhone 15 Pro. It's really useful, I would say, for most people, but para sa use case scenario ko, hindi ko na siya in-adjust or hindi ko na siya tinoggle to anything else other than the silent or the ring button. So, ganun pa rin yung use case scenario ko for this button. Pero again, you can customize this. Pero sinasabi ko lang din sa inyo na ako, hindi ko personalize to kasi meron naman akong back tap. So that means I can double tap to screenshot, I can triple tap to open my camera, and you guys can customize kung ano yung action na gusto nyo mangyari for those specific gestures. But again, it's useful, it's there, and kung ako sa inyo, pakinabangan nyo talaga yan. Pero guys, ang pinaka-importanting bagay sa iPhone 15 series na madali lang makalimutan, no? It's the USB-C. Super basic, pagtatawanan ng mga Android users kasi dapat matagal na naka-USB-C yung mga iPhone devices nila. But it's super useful. Hindi mo na kailangan magdala ng extra cable to charge your device. Goodbye sa old lightning cables natin. And we can actually use USBC Accessories. So pwede natin kabitan ng external SSD to transfer our files or to record our videos in higher ProRes na video. So nandito po sa akin 2 terabytes na SSD. So pwede nyong gamitin to on your iPhone directly. And of course, pwede pang gamitin ng other accessories tulad nitong mic receiver na to. Pwede mo lang isalpak right away dito sa USB-C. And you can use your microphone with the iPhone. Super basic lang ito, but it feels like a heaven sent. Lalo na dun sa mga maraming dalang USB-C devices. Pero iniisip nila, ay magdadala na naman ako ng lightning port para lang sa iOS device ko. So that's not the case anymore. And pasalamat tayo sa European Union na napilitan si iPhone na mag-adapt to the USB-C. Now, isa pang nagustuhan ko dito is yung Dynamic Island. Now, I know marami sa inyo tatawa, Dynamic Island, that's just a gimmick. And I agree with you guys. For the most part, it's a gimmick. Pero para sa akin, sa use case scenario ko, again, this whole video is about my personal use case scenario. So, eto lang naman yung nagustuhan ko dahil nga specific to me yung experience na to. So, nagugustuhan ko to for the main reason na nakikita ko right away yung timer ng Grab na service na kinukuha ko. So palagi akong nag-Grab whether I'm going to the office or going to other places dito sa Metro Manila. So it's really nice to see yung timer na lumilitaw dito sa Dynamic Island kung ilang minutes na lang bago dumating yung Grab car ko. And it also applies sa Grab Food. So nakikita nyo talaga yung timer dito, and also pag ginagamit ko to as a hotspot, yung Dynamic Island niya, itatap mo lang just to access yung hotspot, and then pwede mo itoggle off. Sa Spotify, nagagamit ko rin yung feature na to, and many other use case scenarios na pwede ko magamit yung Dynamic Island. Again, for most people, I do agree na gimmicky lang naman yung Dynamic Island na to, and maybe you can have other useful things. Pero dahil nga nandito tayo sa perspective ko, sa user experience ko, it's something that's actually useful. Now, the other basic things about the iOS that you would probably like as well, not just me, is yung RAM management niya. If you can see here, guys, sobrang dami kong apps na naka-open, and I don't really have to close them one by one dahil hindi nagkukulang to sa RAM. There are times na mararamdaman mo na, ay, but parang hindi naglo-load agad yung picture, and that's when I have to force close other apps. Pero yung times na ginawa ko yon, sobrang dalang lang. And meron pa nga one time na almost 1 year nang naka-open yung Uber app ko dahil matagal ko nang hindi ginagamit from my Japan trip. And then nakita ko na lang na nando sa pinakadulo na nakabukas pa rin siya. So super intense yung RAM management na ginawa nila dito sa iOS. So kahit tawanan natin yung Apple devices for having very low RAM, their RAM, iba po yung RAM management ng mga iOS devices versus Android devices. Pero syempre, hindi naman po all good things lang yung na-experience ko dito sa Apple iPhone 15 Pro. There are some bad things din na nasubukan ko dito. And number one negative thing for this one, battery life. Ganun pa rin talaga. Although nag-improve na from previous years, still the same. Kung super heavy usage talaga yung ginagawa ko dito, minsan umaabot pa ng 3 times na nag-charge ako on this device. Although to be fair, this is the smaller iPhone 15 Pro. Hindi po ito yung Pro Max. Yung Pro Max, mas makunat po yung battery, but this one definitely has a weaker battery capacity, lalo na kung heavy user ka, lalo na pag ginamit mo to as a hotspot. So be prepared to really be plugged in for multiple times in a day, and i-ready mo na rin yung power bank mo. Again, kung heavy user ka, mabilis lang po maubos yung battery, lalo na kung yung Pro lang and non-Pro Max yung gamit mo. Number 2 na hindi ko gaano nagustuhan dito, although medyo na-address na nila dito sa iOS 18, yung lack of customizability. So, before iOS 18, palaging nandito yung flashlight ko. And this is something that I would be pressing accidentally and palagi na lang na-on yung flash nito. So mabuti na lang sa iOS 18, you can finally change kung ano yung action dito sa dalawang corners. It's a super basic thing na hindi na-implement ni Apple right away. And speaking of customizability, again, medyo na-address nila ng konting-konti dito sa iOS 18. So meron na tayong medyo custom kind of themes. Depende sa kulay, but that's about it. Pwede mo lang i-adjust yung mga icons mo, i-rearrange mo sila. That is something that Android users have been able to do for several years already. Again, it's another basic and simple thing na ngayon lang na-implement ni Apple. And yung AI assistant nito, si Siri, hindi pa rin kasing talino ng assistant natin from Android devices. Lalo na yung Gemini. Sobrang talino na ni Gemini compared dito sa assistant natin sa iOS. So walang contest po doon. Durog na durog si Siri compared kay Gemini. And speaking of AI, it seems like super huli na talaga si Apple compared sa Android devices na sobrang well implemented na yung mga AI features sa mga phones nila. This one, pinangako sa atin na magkakaroon sa iPhone 16, pero yung iPhone 16 lumabas na wala pang Apple Intelligence na features. So, aabangan pa natin yon sa future update. I think it's by December pa. So, di ba, parang flop na yon pagdating sa pag-market mo na merong Apple Intelligence pero hindi pala kayang sumabay sa launch ng actual product mo. Finally, wala pa ring charger na kasama dito and slow charging pa rin siya compared to Android devices na mabilis mag-charge. So, kung nasanay kayo sa fast charging, kulelat pa rin talaga dito sa iPhone. And pinakapanghuli talaga, mahal pa rin ang isang iPhone, lalo na yung mga Pro models nila. So if you have a limited budget, talagang pinag-ipunan mo lang ng todo, you better make sure na papakinabangan mo lahat ng features ng phone na to para masulit mo talaga yung hard-earned money mo. Kasi while this is a great device, this is still really expensive. Kaya hindi ko nire-recommend agad-agad ito for everyone. Lalo na, again, kung hindi nyo papakinabangan lahat ng features ng phone na to. Pero that's it for my experience dito sa iPhone 15 Pro. Is this something that you should get in 2024? Absolutely. Mas magiging affordable na to sa Beyond the Box and sa Digital Walker paglabas ng official launch nila ng iPhone 16 series sa October 18. So abangan nyo po yun. And again, for someone looking for a really powerful phone, maganda yung cameras, lalo na for video taking, this is something that I would highly recommend. Highly recommended to, guys. If you have the budget, go get it. Ililink ko po yan dyan sa description box kung saan nyo po pwedeng mabili itong iPhone 15 Pro. Anyway, hopefully nakatulong tong video na to on whether to get an iPhone 15 Pro in 2024 or even in 2025. Again, lahat po ng links nandiyan sa description box. And kung gusto pang manood ng mga videos ko, may mga ililink po ako dyan. Panigurado, magugustuhan nyo yung mga yan. So hanggang sa susunod, ako nga pala ulit si Janus ng Pinoy Techdad. Kita-kita ulit tayo.
'Cause I can see it in your eyes.